Modern's just more popular. So like if I'm not enjoying playing Legacy and Modern's more popular, there's no reason to do Legacy. So this, for people that are asking or joining us on YouTube in the future, so if you didn't watch the little blue-red tempo deck that we played prior to this, you're going to want to watch that as well. We tried Soul-Scar Mage and Izzet Charm in there, and I really liked Soul-Scar Mage, so this is my attempt to pull the curve down a hair by going down to just 4 3-drops in this deck, but we've maintained the same spell count for Delver of Secrets because I cut 2 3-drop creatures, and I cut 2 lands to add a bunch of Soul-Scar Mages in. So this is our next attempt at playing a blue-red tempo list that's closer to my open list with Soul-Scar Mage in it. That was perfect, Chef Seth. Thank you very much. I did see the profs video, and it was A+. Quite fantastic. Connected with me personally. Consumed so much of your YouTube content, I was practically obligated to send my Bezo money your way. Well, thank you for the support. That turns into real dollars to me. Those Bezo bucks pay my mortgage these days, so I do appreciate that. Thanks, Big Mama. I mean, and ultimately at the end of the day, like, I'm here because I love doing this, right? Like, while this is making enough money to be like a real job at this point, like, if this felt like work, I'd probably like go do some software development stuff instead, if we're being honest. If I'm here, I'm gonna be here because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Yeah, likely Green Black Rock could be some kind of brew. If we would have hit our second land here naturally, like the Stone Cold Master, we would have been in a really good spot, but hopefully we can find it with this opt. We get 2 more looks here. And again, this hand's a little bit greedy, but I don't mind keeping hands like this just because like we do kind of get to play Magic even if we miss on a land drop here. Ding. Ding. And again, not really a land, kind of a spell land, but cast our spells occasionally. Asira, it's 5 a.m. here, and I'm watching your stream. Thank you for the awesome content. Thank you for the 3-month resubscription. I appreciate the quarter of a year. Hope you get some sleep at some point. Looking like an Abzan reanimator strategy here. Now we are seeing a hair of awkwardness here where Remand doesn't strictly line up well with Soul-Scar Mage. Which land did they take? They put Stirring Wildwood in their hand. Okay. Efrid, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine. And Zach Eggs, or Zace G's? Is it Zace GG's or Zach Eggs? At any rate, thank you for sending that Prime this way as well. I do appreciate it. Well, we've got some remands, chat. We've got some remands. Well, we would like another land at some point. We can kind of remand them into the Stone Age. Do I? No, I think I just pass here, right? If they play a Satyr, I'll probably Abrade it. And if they play something more expensive, I'll remand it. Remember, if you are a new sub, thank you for the support, and be sure to pop into the subs Discord at some point. Lots of good stuff going on in there. Inquisition of Kozilek resolves. My hand is a little bit redundant. You could say we've got a little redundancy going on. We'd like to remand this just because we're looking to draw a land, and we can also potentially make them brick on a land here if they don't have a 4th. They did take this off of the Grizzly Salvage, which like kind of implies to me they're missing a land. Sweet. And they're missing a land drop here, and we drew Stifle Bird, so I get to stifle. And like, look at our lands here. Honestly, we should probably just be playing 4 birds and no clicks. There's probably a very good chance we should be playing 4 birds, no clicks in this deck. Holy crap, they just pathed their mage. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's pretty good for us. It's you know, and they're at 15 and we have 12 in hand. We don't have a great clock. They're at 15 and we have infinite damage in hand. What do you mean we don't have a clock? Are you watching the same game I'm watching? Are we in different rooms? They have a resto here. Okay. It's a little bit of a beating. They are not dead. They have Restoration Angel. Okay, they binned an Unburial Rites there, so next turn they're going to be able to Unburial Rites into our Remand, which is nice. I guess I'm just passing here, huh? And then we're at the point where Wizard Lightning, Snapcaster Mage, Lightning Bolt are lethal here. So we have 8 bolts in our deck, and we get 2 draws here. Yeah, they could get greedy with an attack. Like, the fact that we have, like, 9 points of reach in our hand is, like, absurd, right? Evening Jumos. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Rats. So they have another resto here. Do you have an opinion on the list that have been playing Lava Spike? I mean, those are just more all in on the burn plan, right? Doesn't seem terrible. Smoke if you got him, chat. Smoke if you got him. You know what the best... So, some people out there are going to argue with you about what the best tribe in Modern is. Like, is Spirits better? Is Humans better? The actual best tribe in Modern is Tribal Lightning Bolts. Just for anybody out there that's confused on what the best tribe in Modern is, it's definitely Tribal Lightning Bolts. Definitely Tribal Lightning Bolts. Alright, well these Disdainful Strokes have never seen a better match in their life. Staticaster, they certainly have Lingering Souls. I may have gotten stomped in PPTQs, but I get to watch Jeff this week and throw these at Red Black Madness. Thank you, Ender SP, for the support. I appreciate that. As always, anybody who cheers 100 bits or more or $1 or more can add those to a deck in the queue. This is probably a surgical matchup, right? Alright, so Spell Snare seems kind of bad here. Remand seems absurd. Burst Lightning, probably not particularly good. Vendilion Clique and Nimble Obstructionist are probably kind of bad against their Lingering Souls. Abrade seems really bad. That's pretty clean. How do we feel about this? How do we feel about this? Oh, Burst does kill Restoration Angel. That's true. That's true that Burst kills Resto. Is that worth keeping in? Is Grimboy good enough? Grimboy might not be good enough. Maybe I'd rather just have Burst. Yeah, I'm going to cut Grimboy and leave Burst in. Every match is a surgical match. God bless you, Twitch chat. God bless you. You know, playing Soul-Scar Mage does make Wizard's Retort better. It gives us more cheap wizards for Wizard's Retort to be better. Well. Anybody who won any Magic tournament ever, anywhere, got incredibly lucky at several points in that tournament to have won it. Just how Magic works. Remand's a really good draw. Like, kind of good to an absurd degree. If Wizard's Retort was Silumgar Scorn, this would arguably be one of the best decks in Modern, I think. No joke. Zero kidding. If Wizard's Retort was Silumgar Scorn, I think this would be one of the best decks in the format. Alright, if I get Pontiffed or Zealous Persecution or Maelstrom Pulse, I'm just gonna, like, find somewhere and throw up. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. We have a plan, chat. Don't Golgari Charm me. Don't Golgari Charm me. Whew! Whew! They made green-black, and my heart skipped a beat there for a second. I was feeling Golgari Charmed. I was feeling Golgari Charmed, and I was worried. That was one that I hadn't named, and then it would have been... I just subbed and it said nothing. The burper, when you resub, you need to refresh your browser page to send a fun message along with it. Twitch is really annoying in that way. What'd they take? They put Restoration Angel in their hand. Sounds good. That was also one I didn't list. It was also one I didn't list. Yeah, Jet, it's so weird that the more you know, it's so weird that you have to refresh like that. We might be dead now. We might be dead. We might be dead, chat. I'm not sure that we can really beat this resto. The resto letting them, like, play out our flash game plan poorly probably means the end of the road for us. You know why? They're gonna, like, play a Battle Cattle and just kill us. Awesome, Persip. You gonna moo cow me? My hand's pretty redundant again. That's true. We did cut 2 lands for Soul-Scar Mages, so if this could have been a Wandering Fumarole potentially, which honestly doesn't really put us in a better spot to be winning this game. Yes, Battle Cattle is Siege Rhino. Well, the fact that they only had Resto here does mean if they don't have a ton of follow-up and we draw, like, a land or 2, we could end up in an okay spot here. I'm gonna remand the front half of this just because I need a land drop. I clicked on Snap. Holy gosh, it's late. All right, we're probably losing this game anyways. It's fine. Oh no! Oh no! We were gonna win! We were gonna win! Oh, chat, the perfects were on top. Third land Staticaster. The perfects were on top. It's fine. Let's win on the play. Listen, I had intended to cast Remand. Mistakes were made. Seems very good. Looking for some remands and some lightning bolts. Sounds like bedtime is not going happily upstairs. It's tough being 3, chat. Dio, thank you for the 6-month resubscription there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for the continued support. Stop on my turn here so we can use this this fetch land as a pseudo scry. Sure. I assume we're going to lose a threat here. Taking the Disdainful Stroke when I have Snapcaster Mage seems pretty bad. Sure. Flip. Plus. That's a good one to flip to. I would like to draw. I would like to draw that one. And I have to shock for this because this is not a wizard on the backside. That is pretty good pickup, chat. Well, I would love to draw cancel here. And this is why I added one of these, because I think drawing cancel a non-zero amount of the time is actually fine. Like, there's going to be a reasonable amount of the time where just, like, draw cancel, and we're like, yep, I'm in for cancel. We have 4 copies of Opt in our deck, which help you see more cards every game. So when you add cantrips to your deck, generally you can afford to play fewer lands. Not always, but generally. Alright, so we're going to draw step, Surgical Lingering Souls. And the reason why we do this on the draw step is because it lets us see an extra card out of their hand. It also gives them an opportunity to draw Lingering Souls for the turn. Man, that is a handful of magic cards right there. That is a handful of magic cards. All right, let's take a picture because it lasts longer. The real question is, do I want to Stifle Bird the Satyr trigger? I think I do, because it gives me a chance to draw, because then, like, I guess it's like puts a fast... Nah, if I don't... if I just play this out and then I draw... So the problem is 6 power in the air doesn't beat their resto. And, like, if they brick, it's good for us. And if I hit a land, it's good for us. And drawing an extra card here gives me a better chance to hit a land. Draw Remand too. Yeah, I think stifling that is better for us. Just because if they get to 4, we're going to be in a ton of trouble. And, like, now we're in a pretty good spot, right? We have Remand, Snap Remand now. Yeah, I periodically purge my screenshots. Will I be there? I'm thinking about it. I think I'm going to put a donation goal up on stream to get to the invitational. I think I'm going to wait to do that until after we find out how standard is, though. I don't know that I want to commit to going if standard's going to be bad. All right, that should lock things up here. Yeah, Snap Retort is cool. We have Snap Stroke as well here, which is nice. You do a very good job of explaining things like why to draw step surgical. Really wish coverage of opens and Grand Prix would follow suit, even though I understand most of these lines. It's great for noon players. Yeah, definitely lots of little things. Start my first day of real college tomorrow. Thanks for the summer of great content to put my bits towards landfall. I will do, Colin. Good luck in your junior year. What are you studying? Deck full of remands beats deck full of 4-mana spells. Honestly, I don't know. We're going to see how the rest of this league goes, but I think this last holdout Clique probably should just be a 4th Obstructionist. The more I play this deck, the more I think Obstructionist is just the better 3-drop in it. Yeah, I think Abrade is really good right now. There's a lot of random artifacts in the format, and, like, just more bolts is fine in general, too. Seems pretty good. Yeah, removing Clique means our only double blue spell would be Snap Counterspell. I think a card like Obstructionist is just difficult for people to evaluate. I think cards that are flexible like this, they're hard to really understand at a glance. Yeah, Retort's double blue, but that's a sideboard card. Windbrisk Kites. Okay. Probably want to hold up Spell Snare on 2 here. Because they could be a Auriok deck. Now I get to hold up Spell Snare and play Grim Boy, which is nice. And again, a hair of awkward tension here between Soul-Scar Mage and Counter Magic. Like, I could play my opt-out aggressively to get a pointed damage, but I feel it's worthwhile to not do that so I can hold Spell Snare up this turn. Windbrisk Kites could be a tokens deck, could be some kind of Martyr proc deck, could be traditional Soul Sisters, could be some kind of weird combo-esque thing, so a lot of different things the opponent's deck could be at this point still. That's one of the things you're doing when you're playing Modern. Could be Eldrazi taxes. You want to kind of practice, you know, thinking through, like, what are the things my opponent could be playing based on their early plays, because if you're able to correctly identify what strategy your opponent's employing, it's more likely to help you moving forward. So they have Thalias and Leonin Arbiters we can Spell Snare here. I'm pretty confident I want to snare this. That way I can, like, Nimble Obstructionist next turn, most likely. I think this deck could run reasonably well with a fetchless mana base. You would need to cut Grim Lavamancer if you don't have fetches, but yeah, if you replaced all the fetches in this deck with, like, Shivan Reefs and other stuff, it probably wouldn't be that much worse, sans not being able to play Grim Boy. Half a year of letting my dreams be memes. We need more people's canon in my life. We have the technology. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate it. Maybe I'm supposed to hold up Grim Lavamancer here. I don't know. If they try to take our thoughts away here, we get to Remand plus Opt. I think Stifle effects like Obstructionist are beneficial to the Modern format when having the 2-mana effect. I mean, we have Squelch. Squelch has existed for a long time. Again, the reason why, and this is the thing, a reason why people have such a hard time evaluating a card like Obstructionist, I think. Obstructionist isn't good because it's a Stifle. Obstructionist isn't good because it's a 3-1. Obstructionist is good because it's both of these things. The power in Nimble Obstructionist comes from the flexibility associated with it. That's why the card is good. So do I want to Remand this, or do I want to Nimble here? I think I want to Remand this. I think Remand up sounds good here. Stream Decker on mobile is buggy and doesn't update. So if you're on mobile, the Stream Decker is not going to refresh for you. I'm going to be greedy and keep this and hope we draw a 4th land here that's untapped. Oh, the stings. Oh, the stings. Yeah, the uncounterable nature of Bird is also neat. I agree with that. So probably stifling a Golem trigger this turn, and then Grim Boy can shoot down the 1/1 that's left over. Is it better on average to opt with Remand on the stack? Why? No, actually, it's strictly worse to opt with Remand on the stack because you want to make your decision regarding opt with the most information available to you. Ding. So now I get to Grim Lavamancer this and have Snap Remand up, which is just very, very good here. You cannot play this deck without Snapcaster Mage. You can play this deck without fetch lands. You could play Shivan Reef. You could play non-Scalding Tarn fetch lands. Like, you have a lot of choices there, but you need Snapcaster Mage to play this deck. That is a card that this deck will be significantly worse to the point of being borderline unplayable without it. No, yeah, and specific questions like that are great. Again, being specific is key to having meaningful, engaging interactions. We are just aggressive. Thank you for the brand new prize for. We are getting just aggressive here. We're gonna kill this, which will hopefully encourage them to like. Oh, they don't have mana for Resto. I always think this is Ancient Tomb, but it's not actually Ancient Tomb, right? We're gonna kill this. We're gonna snap Remand whatever spell they play this turn, and then we're gonna untap and start beating them to death. Do I even care about that? I don't, right? Okay. Block, I guess? I think I want to just snap up tier, just like get the most pressure into play since I have this Remand in my hand. This deck's worst matchup is Bogles. You'll basically never beat that deck. Yeah, it looks like they're playing an Eldrazi in Texas deck. Thanks. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. In for more Snapcaster Mage. Sign me up. You could say we're gonna be in a remanding position this game. Alright, I'm gonna remand that one. No fairies. Yeah, fairies got pushed. We had two cut the line donations, so fairies will probably come up on Tuesday. And we banned Jeff from his own chat. Listen, I have children. I'm allowed to make that joke, okay? Boo puns. Listen, appreciate things. I should have bolted them in it doesn't matter. All the roads are heading to the same place, Chad. Dr. Doug Trio. Opponent doesn't know when they need to activate that. So for reference, you need to activate your blocker during the attacker step, not the blocker step. So my opponent has moved past the point where they're able to block with their Mutavault now. Do I like the Soul-Scar Mage? The Soul-Scar Mages are growing on me. Having more efficient, cheap threats is really sweet. Sergeant Fane, thank you very much for checking out Honey. I appreciate the support. If you're someone out there that doesn't have any actual dollars to contribute and you really love my stuff, installing Honey via that bit.ly/HugoHoney link is a great way you can support my content at no cost to yourself. I mean, even if they could block here with the Mutavault, they were still dead, right? I don't think either of the mistakes my opponent made a difference in this game. I'm gonna remand them again just to prove a point. Oh, thanks for linking that there, Big Mama. So this is a matchup where I basically just want all of my Doomblades. I want every piece of removal possible. Probably just at the cost of trimming counter spells, just like counters out, removal spells in. There are a few people I know that appreciate cards that attack for 1 more than you, whether it be Coiling Oracle, Soul-Scar Mage, or Unflipped Delver. Yep. If I wanted to put Graveyard Hate in Landfall Aggro sideboard, would you recommend Rip or Surgical? Actually, I'd probably recommend Surgical or Tormod's Crypt. I think you probably shouldn't play Rip in your Renegade Rallier Knight of the Reliquary deck. I like Tormod's Crypt because you can bring it back with Renegade Rallier, and it's free, so it doesn't like slow you down. Yeah, we haven't played Roast for a while. When I added the Surgicals, the roast had to give. Something's got to give. Thanks everyone for hanging out. By the way, I got over 800 people here. It's a lot of folks for me for a Sunday night. Usually during my normal time slot, we don't have anywhere near this many. So thanks for spending part of your weekend here with us, folks. You're fine, Big Mama. What are we? I think I want a snack. I think I'm gonna mute myself while I eat a quick snack here. I got another league and a half here still, so I need my energy. Honey is a free browser add-on. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. I have it written out. It's really great. It does sweet things. Saves you dollar dues. Underdog, Mizzy. Thanks for checking out, honey. I appreciate it. This hand is great. Soul-Scar Mage just, like, continues to look very good. Peer Through Depths also doesn't find either of the cards you care about in JAC. It doesn't find JAC, and it doesn't find mana creatures. Magma Spray and Mage, I don't believe works well together. I believe it does not work the way we want it to. Yeah, it's anti-synergy technically, but like they're both individually powerful cards, which I think is fine. So we get to go ahead and kill this Wall of Omens here. Yeah, it definitely could matter in the future, for sure. Oh, does it not work properly on Magic Online? I bet good money it doesn't work properly on Magic Online. No, you're not dumb. I'm pretty sure it's bugged on Magic Online. Well, if it was the right play last turn, it's probably the right play this turn, right? Alright, so since that happened, I'm just going to go ahead and let the damage happen here. I'm going to play this Wooded Foothills and pass. And we'll probably just let them do their thing here. I feel like it's pretty hard to be new to Magic and find yourself playing Modern. Keep in mind that... what's the word I'm searching for? I can't click a land out of my hand. Otherwise, I would click myself here and put this island on the bottom. Because if Clique could take lands out of your own hand, that means it could take lands out of your opponent's hand too, which would be very good. Whale. Resto is probably the card I can't beat, so let's get rid of that. Card's very good against us. Do I have a sideboard guide for this deck? I have a sideboard guide for one of the iterations that I've played of it. You can find it linked on my website. This is my deck list. So this was... We played a list with Soul-Scar Mage in it a hot second ago. And then someone donated for me to run back an updated list with Soul-Scar Mage in it. You get a pretty clean tempo swing / 2-for-1, whatever you want to call it here. They're saving themselves some damage, but we're definitely winning this race here at the moment. Huh. Yeah, I guess Resto is kind of medium against Soul-Scar, huh? This card's great. This card's really good. Sure. I'm just gonna see, like, double Displacer here. Displacer. So, I think I'm just gonna take my draw step. No, I definitely need to kill this Displacer, right? Like, that's not close. I guess I could just race them. Yeah, let's maybe just race them. No, because I'll be able to blink my Clique. Yeah, I'm going to spend my 1 mana. Nah. I'm going to wait and maybe get a Prowess trigger. Do I want to attack? I think so. This is probably bad. I probably wanted to save the other one for the Displacer. Flooding a little bit here. So they have Displacer and then one card we don't know left. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my another Steam Vents out of my deck here. I probably should have saved the other bolt to just kill this this Displacer. I think that was probably a mistake. Interesting, Big Mama. Someone on Twitter said it didn't work the way I wanted it to, but maybe they were wrong. I didn't put much thought into it. Well, there's only 2 creature lands in this build, so 2 with no creature lands is, like, not that unreasonable. Or 6 with no creature lands. I don't care about that. Because, like, they can pay 3 to blink this anyways, right? Weaselless, you just described something that could be like, there's like 800 different cards that could go into the thing you just described, so no, I don't really have an opinion on the deck that I'd have no idea what's in it. Alright, we lost the game, we drew all the lands. How do you play against elves? Use burn spells for removal and grind, or just go to the face? The answer to that question is, it depends. There isn't a cut and dry answer to that question like there isn't a cut and dry answer to most questions. You have to kind of feel it out and see how your draw is lining up into their draw, etc., etc. Modern doesn't have a metagame. Control decks are generally bad because Modern doesn't have a defined metagame. Your motor looks way cleaner on your stream and YouTube videos than mine. Is that because of Linux or something else? Yeah, Linux, what Linux/Wine uses to render the font on Magic Online, it uses a different text than the default Magic Online text, which I think the default Magic Online text is kind of ugly too. So all of the font you see rendered on my cards and stuff is slightly different than people that are playing Magic Online on Windows. Electrolyze is just too much mana. Modern's a format that's about tempo and resource efficiency, and this deck is already pushing having too many 3-mana spells in it. We've played Dice Factory on stream before. You can find it on my YouTube channel. Izzet Staticaster right here. This deck's very good against creature decks. Look at all of our spot removal. When you have an okay mix of lands and spells, you're generally a pretty strong favorite against creature decks. You could play Rough Tumble, that's true. Rough Tumble is even synergistic with Soul-Scar Mage. Maybe Soul-Scar Mage makes Rough Tumble worth playing. That actually sounds kind of sweet. What's going on, Zero? Good evening. What's on the agenda for me Monday? You can pull up bit.ly/donationq and take a peek towards the things that are at the top. Is this the first league of the night? No, this is the third league of tonight. I'm gonna finish this one up and do one more before we call it a day. For people that are some of my regulars, I'm not going to be live tomorrow morning. I'm going to be live tomorrow afternoon into the evening. Do you notice any lag when you use Wine for Magic Online? Not any more lag than I have running Magic Online on Windows. Magic Online is a slow and clunky program. Yeah, not only did we flood last game, but we didn't see Staticaster or Grim Lavamancer, both of which are very good. No, the Four Horsemen's too click intensive. That's a deck that I regularly reject from people. What's your opinion on Dark Confidant versus Grimflayer and mid-range builds? I think they're both terrible, and you should play 4 Tireless Trackers. If you want to find my preferred green-black mid-range deck, you can find it at jeffhoagland.com/decklist. Survey says, Remand, Lightning Bolt, Wizard Lightning. Abrade, deal. In for Abrade. Do I want to Abrade this turn, or do I want to Soul-Scar Mage? I think I want a Soul-Scar Mage, right? Because if they play Thalia, I feel bad having held up Abrade. I think Electrickery is a lot worse than Izzet Staticaster in Modern. And a lot of the decks that, like, could play Electrickery can play Izzet Staticaster. Of course, Chubby Grunt. Yeah, Amulet Titan. We've played Amulet Titan a few times on stream in the last week. You can find it on my deck list page on my website as well. The deck has a lot of that deck has like toolboxes for its toolboxes for its toolboxes. It has a lot going on, to say the least. Staticaster and Soul-Scar Mage are kind of a match made in heaven. If you're going to splash a third color in this deck, I would not splash a third color in this deck. I think people undervalue not taking damage from their mana base and having good, consistent mana to cast all of their spells. This format is modern, like the stream title implies. So I always try and make sure to put the stream title, or the format in my stream title. This is sweet. So I'm going to attack here with these. And then if they block my Soul-Scar Mage, I get to Staticaster and eat the Leon Arbiter. Yeah, no worries. A lot of people aren't as organized as I am, so I don't really fault people for not understanding. So I guess I just let this happen here. I think we're going to just Vendilion Clique this turn, unless they play a Ghost Quarter. If they play a Ghost Quarter, I could maybe get into a little bit of trouble here, but, like, I'm guaranteed to play the Vendilion Clique, and then I'm, like, racing really reasonably. What do you got? Blade Splicer? I don't care about that one. I would like to play Vendilion Clique. How do we feel about clicking this Abrade out of my hand? I'm going to take a peek at what they have going on. They have they have a Rest in Peace deal. You can keep all of those. They can keep all of those, right? None of those really. I don't really care about any of those. I'm gonna kill them very quickly in the air. Never forget, chat. The best Vendilion Cliques are the ones where you take nothing. You're just like, yes, I can beat all of those. My turn. If they play TKS this turn, we probably flash in Staticaster in response. And the opponent begged him to take something. Yes, he did. Paul's funny. He's a good guy. It does, yeah. Like I said, this is just like the type of matchup where, like, we're in the market to draw every Doomblade we possibly can, right? That's what it comes down to. Do I think Jund is playable? So, playable in Modern is a loose definition. This is a format where, you know, modular affinity and Blue-White Spirits just won major tournaments. Modern's a format where, you know, Tier 2, Tier 3 decks, they regularly top 8 and win events, and that's just, like, how the format works. My wife ignored my Facebook message. I'm going to try and call her. No way she's asleep. She slept till 11 o'clock this morning. What do you got? What you got? What are my thoughts on Through the Breach and Titanship? I think it's fine. Because you didn't respond to my Facebook message. Can you bring me cheese? I love you. My wife's the best. Yeah, that one resolves. Just boop him. Boop him on the nose. Boop him on the nose. Can you bring me... Listen, I'm working. She understands how Twitch works, okay, chat? She knows that if I stop streaming, I'm gonna lose a pile of viewers. Even like 2-minute breaks usually result in, 5 to 10% viewer loss. See if they found a path to exile here. Cheese, me wife. Listen, cheese is a healthy snack, okay? It's really not, but I like cheese, so. I love you. I just want to break a piece off because I don't want to leave it down here. Gosh, I know I'm difficult. Alright, I'm gonna mute really quick. It is cold down here. She was playing a video game upstairs, so she really is the best. Took a break from her video game. No, I'm just a vegetarian. I don't like how meat tastes, so I don't eat it. Is basically what it comes down to. Cheese selection for the night, sharp cheddar. I used to eat mild, but I've really kind of taken a fancy to the sharp. It's good stuff. Of course I have crackers. Come on now. Of course I have crackers. Extra sharp. I actually haven't tried extra sharp. I wanted to work my way up to it. Maybe we'll try extra sharp at some point. This hand needs a threat, but like, kind of have a threat. Kind of have a threat. Okay. It's a good draw. Alright, this is the part where we discard our Abrade, and they put Hollowed One into play, and we just, like, weep silently in the corner. Well, we did discard an Abrade, but we drew our second Abrade, so that's nice. Sean with the big host. Welcome, folks, coming over from Sean's channel. Welcome. Hanging out playing some Modern this evening. I mean, why is it sad that the replays have more people watching than I do? Like, I think because I drew Soul-Scar and Remand, I'm going to play the Soul-Scar here. Like, the replays are of events that are put on with, like, thousands of dollars in production value every weekend. I'm just like a dude on a computer with Magic Online in my basement. Yeah, this is pretty good for us here, because now the Soul-Scar Mage can block these Bloodghasts now. Need to try and find more chances at a red drop here. Red drop, red source. It's an okay basement. There's definitely worse basements out there. This is going to be a draw step click. Is it going to be a draw step click? I think it's actually going to be a snap burst lightning. Yeah, this is going to be a snap burst lightning. Yeah, we can actually beat Gurmag Angler because of Soul-Scar Mage. Soul-Scar Mage actually gives us an absurd out to Gurmag Angler here. Where am I from? I am from the middle of Illinois. About 2 hours south of Chicago, in the Bloomington Normal area. So I think I want to actually just preserve my health total here. And I'm going to go ahead and snap Burst Lightning one of these Blood Gas and then block the other. Make me so unhappy I have to comment at least once an hour. That's great. If they try to get cute, we could even stifle this fetch land to deny bringing these back. But again, I think just like keeping my health total high here is really valuable. Worth noting, they've been 2 lands and kept the Flamewake Phoenix in their hand here, which is nice. Friendly hit a hollowed one. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, I'm definitely just shocking this in, right? I would like to destroy your artifact here. Then I'm going to hold back this Soul-Scar Mage to continue playing defense with, I think, here. Soul-Scar Mage has been absurd this game. It's been very, very good. Hopefully it's just like cast Flame Wake. Yep. So they cast Flame Wake. I'm going to like Wizard Lightning this one, block this, go to 12. This is like another really interesting card. Like again, one of the things I talk about a lot while playing this deck is that it's good because it has a lot of really critical role assessment type things. And Soul-Scar Mage this game especially is like really showing like it's able to allow us to be flexible and pivot on these roles. That is a Vendilion Clique. We have 1 Clique, 3 Obstructionists in the deck. Honestly, I think it should probably just be 4 Obstructionist. That card's pretty good. That is tasty. That is quite good. Yeah, Soul-Scar is a replacement effect, so 2 of them do not double up counters. That is correct. So we'll get to snap Wizard Lightning their Dome. Block both Blood Gas here. It's good with Grim Lavamancer too, just like so much synergy. All right, we're done here. That was impressive. That was really sweet. This is a counter spell out matchup. Trim a Nimble. Really pretty clean there. So this is something I want to mention here. I think this is a matchup where it's exciting to think about having Remand or Disdainful Stroke in your deck, but this is a matchup that, for the most part, is about playing to the board and interacting with things they have in play. And while remanding or stroking their delve threats or their big threats feels good, you're also going to have more games as opposed to where they feel good, where you're just going to like draw this remand and like wish it could interact with the board, then die instead. So I think this is what you want to do. Listen, chat. I'm giving you the 800 of you a tip. We tripled the price of Nimble Obstructionist. Go buy your Soul-Scar Mages. The finance cabal is buying them out as I speak, so I'd recommend going and getting your 4 if you think you're going to play them. Nine months of the mods denying me my timeout. What's going on, Hat Crab? Welcome back. Alright, so this is kind of interesting. I think I'd rather Bolt on 1 rather than Delver on 1 in this matchup. Because again, role assessment is critical in this deck, and especially on the draw, I think we're the control deck in this matchup. So I think I want to prioritize killing their Flameblade Adept as opposed to prioritizing getting my Delver into play. It's a Delve threat. Smells like a Tassafish, Tassagoyf, whatever you want to call him. Alright, so I think I'm going to opt here to start, because if we hit a Soul-Scar Mage, I'd like to get that into play. Ask and you shall receive. So now if we draw a land or a burn spell, we get to try and start shrinking this Tassagar. They brought in Leyline of the Void. Okay, sure. If I were playing a Modern tournament tomorrow, what would I play? This deck. This one right here. Leyline is the new surgical. Do I want to Snap Bolt now? I think I do, right? I think I want to Snap Bolt now. I lose my Prowess trigger, but I don't give them a chance to draw a push or a burn spell, because I don't want them to be able to kill my Soul-Scar Mage in response, because I want to be able to shrink their Tassagoyf here. So this won't be a 2-3 on their turn now, but I think it's worth guaranteeing the minus counters. Yeah, definitely. This deck plays Magic in a way I enjoy playing Magic. The question is, on attacks here, do I want to trade the Snapcaster Mage for 4 points of health? Probably not. I think we're high enough that the answer is no. No, I really, like, again, when you're this far ahead in a game like this, you kind of want to be asking yourself the question, like, okay, how do I fall behind and lose this game? And I think the answer to how do I fall behind and lose this game is my opponent has a thing here. It's a really good draw. Yeah, I should do this on their turn. Get my Prowess trigger. Well, I guess I might play this Delver. Nope. Definitely playing that one. Holy crap. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out what the details are, but yes, this. This is everything I want and so much more. Come on. Come on. Come on. Soul-Scar Mage does not stack. It's a replacement effect. It's not a trigger. Alright, so I'm going to go to blocks here. And I'm going to go double, single, before damage, bolt this. Trade Snap for Fish. Trade Soul-Scar for Hollowed One. This has been quite the series of turns. This has been quite the series of turns. Yeah, people love deboarding Graveyard Hate against Snapcaster Mage decks. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I'm gonna bolt the Phoenix and then double block the Flameblade Adept here. They have no cards in hand. They have nothing! Happy trading Snap here. Again, just like assume our controlling role. And again, like, you'll notice we had this Delver on 1, and we just haven't played it because that's not what we're about in this matchup. That's not how our cards have lined up against what they're doing. Again, you want to be correctly identifying what your opponent is doing and what your role is against what they are doing based on how your hand and cards are lining up. Yeah, Soul-Scar Mage definitely improves like the Tarmogoyf, Tasigur Big Stuff matchup. Have you heard about my bird? I said a bird. Bird's a word. I said a bird. They had no cycle triggers. I maybe could have gotten a free point of damage here. And, like, I get to play this out as a blocker on the backswing, so it doesn't really matter. Unless they have, like, a sweeper or something here, we should be a lock this game. Yep, I agree, Shifted Clock. Decks that reward you for knowing when you're the beatdown are a lot of fun. Oh, Delver. I'm gonna hold that one for now. Just for bluffing's sake. Could be a Snapcaster Mage or a Nimble Obstructionist. Wanna draw lands, play your Delver, right? Ain't that the truth? Tonight is the first time we've played Soul-Scar Mage in this archetype. Ooh! Ooh! Prowess triggers! Ooh! Prowess triggers! Tasty. That one right there. Trigger me timbers. Yep. He's dead, Jim. You're going to 1. It was lethal before the bolt, but now they're going to 1. Oh, yeah. There's a deck list on the screen, Milo. You can type exclamation point deck in chat to get a link to the deck list directly, as always. Just for the record, just so people understand where I'm at in life, if you go out after watching this video tonight and buy more than 4 Soul-Scar Mages, you're a part of the problem. You're a part of the MTG finance community that I complain about when I say the MTG finance community, just so you're aware. Just so you know, buying 4 copies of a card you think is sweet so you can play it, that's not being a part of the problem. Going and buying 30 copies or 20 copies, you're a part of the problem, and you make Magic worse for everybody. Hard stop. Yeah, I'm in for Mutavault here. Buying copies of cards you want to play with is not partaking in MTG finance. It's buying cards that you want to play Magic the Gathering with. All right. Never forget that Mutavault lets you turn Wizard Lightning into Lightning Strike. Do I want to smack them for 2? Yeah, I think so. They didn't have a 1-mana creature to play last turn, so like I feel a little bit bad not holding Bolt up if they have a 1-mana creature to play, but if they had a 1-mana creature, they probably would have played it last turn. Bogles is the deck that this deck never beats for people that are really interested in knowing what your hard matchups are. That's interesting. So I could theoretically die next turn cracking this fetch land, but I think I just want to Bolt Snap Bolt them here. Just like get my 4 damage lightning bolts in with the Soul-Scar Mage, basically. And then hope to kill them next turn. Am I dead? They need 3 1 mana damage spells here. I own more than 4 basic blades, and I acknowledge it's a problem. That's great. Alright, sweet. They're dead. It was a good tight race. This deck against Burn is always such a tight race. Never forget, chat. Best tribe in Modern. Tribal Lightning Bolts. Tribal Lightning Bolts. Alright, let's get these remands out of my deck. I would like a Dispel, Negate, Wizard's Retort, Abrade is slow. I would like Magma Spray instead. Perfect. Super clean. It's almost like the person that designed this deck knew that this was a matchup that they cared about. So all the cards I wanted to cut came out. All the cards I wanted to bring in brought in. No, links are enabled in chat, Frank. So chat rules are simple. Act like an adult, you'll be treated like an adult. Act like a child, you'll be treated like a child. When was the last time you played just Kai Control? It seems you preferred Blue White. I don't think either of them are amazing, Hat Crab. I don't know. I think if I had to pick a deck that was the most overplayed archetype in the format, it's Hallowed Fountain. That's not close. You play competitive or friendly leagues, and is there a difference? The difference between the 2 types of leagues, I play friendly leagues on stream. Quest Dove, I wanted to say thanks. Watching you play has really improved my Magic. So, well, thank you for the 6 months of support, Quest Dove. I'm glad you're enjoying it and getting something out of it. Thanks for the half a year. The difference between league types in Magic Online is how much you want to gamble. So the competitive leagues are just top-heavy prizes, and the friendly leagues are flatter prizes. So if you're a degenerate gambler, you should play the competitive leagues. If you're someone who's just interested in playing Magic to play Magic, you should play the friendly leagues. My goal here on stream is to play sweet decks and like dissect the gameplay, not gamble as much as I can, so I play the friendly leagues. Why don't resubs drop a thing in the cup? I think they do. I don't remember. I thought they do. I'm at work for a major go live change. I'm glad I have some Magic to watch. Yep, I'll be here. We got this is the 4th match in this league, and then we will be playing one more after this. We had a couple cut the line donations. Hand's pretty good. Another Delver, sign me up. Definitely, again, I think, especially on the draw, we want to be conservative in this matchup and preserve our health total whenever possible. So I'm going to prioritize killing this Goblin Guide as opposed to playing a Delver of Secrets on one. I'm buying 500 Hallowed Fountains so fewer people can play them. Any reason why we're playing 4 shocks? Well, they're shocks with upsides. They're not just regular shocks. They're shocks with upside. You should watch more of this deck in my streams if you've never seen the Burst Lightning be kicked. Burst Lightning gets kicked a good deal. Was SCG sold out of Soul Scars before this stream, or did we do that? Good question. Oh, 4 shocks. You mean 4 steam vents? Yeah, there's enough Field of Runes in the format right now that I want to have a lot of lands to get with my fetch lands, basically. Like, there's enough paths and stuff that I want more lands to be able to pick up. And this deck has pretty heavy colored requirements in both the blue and red directions. So, like even this hand here, right? Like, I wish I had double red mana this game. And, like, the fact that I don't makes it kind of awkward. So more blue-red duels is ideal, I think. So, I kind of want to play double Delver here. But if I play double Delver here, I'm not going to be able to double spell next turn guaranteed. So, I'm going to play one of each so I can use my mana efficiently more in the long term. Because, again, this is the style of matchup where you generally die with cards in your hand. So, you want to try and maximize being able to play all of your cards out in a matchup like this. He's dead, Jim. Opponent knows my Delvers are never going to flip, so they're leaving him alone. Thanks, Mike. Wow, they killed our creature. I went 2-2-1 at a PTQ with the blue-red tempo. Had a great day, made a few misplays, submitted my record, lost the win in the top 8. Deck is great. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Conflux. Thanks for the support. Welcome. Remember, if you do enjoy my stuff, the best way to keep me here doing it is to subscribe. My subscribers are the wonderful people that keep me employed day in and day out. If you are one of my regular viewers, and especially if you like the evening slot, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming in the evening as opposed to my normal daytime slot because I've got something to do tomorrow morning. All right. I think I'm just snapping Bolt this turn to get the most pressure going. Think I just, again, this is a matchup about resource efficiency, and I want to use all 3 of my mana this turn. Yeah, if we were at 4 here, I'd be a lot more scared. I definitely think they were too aggressive about killing my creatures this game. Like, the Searing Blazes obviously are great, and they should go to my creatures, but... Hey, Urinal Mike, thank you for the brand new sub, I appreciate that. Not playing around a sweeper here. It's just like get our things into play and attack them to death. I think it's a mistake for my opponent to have gone after my creatures there. Again, I don't know all the cards in their hand. Like, maybe they felt like they had enough lands that, like, they needed to. But I think especially the last Lightning Helix definitely should not have gone after my Soul-Scar Mage. Fae got bumped out by 2 Cut the Line donation, so Fairies will probably happen on Tuesday morning, because it does not qualify for me Monday tomorrow. So, we got one more match with the Blue-Red Wizards deck here. We're currently 4-0. Then we're going to play some Grixis Hollowed One, some Red-Black Hollowed One, playing Izzet Charm and Stubborn Denial, among other things. Then I'm going to wrap up for the evening. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Everyone's having a great Sunday, great Monday, great weekend, wherever you're at in the world. We are currently undefeated. Yeah, time to concede to Bogles. I just want chat to be aware that if they play a turn 1 Bogle, I'm conceding the match. So, just so everything is clear. If this was a blue-red land, I might keep this, but it's not, so I'm not going to. It's, like, not amazing, but it's fine. We are going to keep that, because it flips my Delver. Almost bottomed it looking for a land, but it flips my Delver. In general, do you prefer... I think I like 2 Spell Snares. I think Spell Snare is really good right now. I think there are a lot of decks that, like, Spell Snare is very good against. Bridgevine. No! We were supposed to flip my Delver! They have another hollowed one. If they have another hollowed one, sweet. Survey says, that's rude. That's so rude. I was gonna flip my Delver, opponent. So, I think I'm playing Mutavault here so I can attack next turn. I could maybe get value out of this Flooded Strand, shuffling what my Delver looks at, but at the same time, I think I probably am going to be remanding a Delve threat here. This is a Delve threat. This is really good for us. Collective Brutality, also good for us. They discarded 2 cards to that. Sad we would have flipped. I feel like there's a good chance they just Brutality us next turn, so I'm going to get my hit in for 2 here, because I'm going to Spell Snare the Brutality. No, I don't think so. I guess we're, like, marginally worse against the Delve threat here, but, like, we can kind of race a Delve threat, right? And, like, I wouldn't have been able to attack with my Mutavault this turn had I favored a Delve threat. Like, they're kind of behind in this race. Like, you know, this isn't gonna flip, but, like, if it did, it would be absurd, right? Whew! Whew! But still my heart. But still my heart. God, I love this deck so much. They did escalate again. I just love every ounce of Magic that this deck plays. It's just Magic in its purest form, chat. Will I ever play anything other than this deck in a competitive event again? Probably not. Probably not. If I go to the Invitational, I am, like, almost certainly playing this deck. In a not particularly close fashion, this will be the deck I play at the Invitational. How hostile the Midwest is to humans. I'm going to give this deck a try. Would you expect it if you're expecting Hallowed Fountains and humans? Yeah, I think so. I think this deck's pretty reasonable against a lot of the Hallowed Fountain decks. I think the humans matchup is decent for this deck. And honestly, Soul-Scar Mage probably makes it better. Soul-Scar Mage probably improves the human matchups. People don't metagame Modern, chat. That's not how Modern works. Modern's a format where at every level of play, people just show up with the cards that they own. That's how the format works. Well. And again, roll assessment. I think we're the control deck in this matchup, especially on the draw when they have a Flame Blade, so I'm going to favor just bolting this on 1 here as opposed to playing a threat. My qualified, I assume that's supposed to mean? Yeah, I top 8'd the Open in Indianapolis with this deck, which qualified me for the Invitational. And now, when they have no threats in play, we can take a moment to deploy some pressure of our own. Abrade is a good pickup. It insulates us against Hollowed One as 1 card. Soul-Scar Mage plus Bolt does a good things against other things too. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and Abrade. Am I going to Abrade this? That might be greedy. If they had a Hollowed One, they would have played it already. I'm going to Abrade this and hold the Bolt for reach, I think. I cut 2 lands and 2 Nimble Obstructionists. I also reworked the mana base a bit. There's only 2 Mutavaults in our mana base. Soul-Scar Mage and Staticaster is a combo. They have a Delve Threat here. Has to be, right? Could be a discard spell. Bolt, sure. They have nothing left. I could maybe be a little bit more defensive here and, like, bolt this, block the Bloodghast instead of combat. But, like, they're probably going to draw lands, right? So, if they draw a Delve creature here, I'm in a little bit of trouble because I'm out of gas now. They have double Flame Wakes with their last card's a Delve Threat. Down to 6. That's good for us. That is not good for us. This is actually worse than a Delve Threat now, right? Because they get both these back ASAP. We were in a very good spot. Now we are probably dead. So the cookie crumbles. Any burn spell there would have been great. Soul-Scar Mage is not that. I believe we're dead. I think we're on the 0 outer at this point. If they attack, we could maybe... If they attack with the Hollowed One, we could maybe steal this. Depending on what their leftovers are here. So I can pump a chump, and then if they don't have a blocker, we could rip a burn spell and kill them. Yeah, they drew Delve Threat. Nope. Well, that's why we get to play best of 3. I will say this. I spent most of the weekend playing the new Warhammer card game on my tablet, and games that don't have resource variants in them are a nice change of pace on occasion from Magic. We've run very well tonight, so like I can't complain too much, but those games definitely not the most enjoyable. All right, yep, let's go. Especially on the play here, we get to like deploy, and this is one of the reasons why Soul-Scar Mage is a good addition too. Like, it's just more 1-mana threats, so we can like get on the board and start like attacking them for small amounts while we're disrupting them. Well, they took my Surgical Extraction. Yeah, I really like the Warhammer game. It's definitely, I am 100% in the this is new and shiny phase with it. So like, you know, that could definitely, we'll see how long that lasts, but I am definitely thoroughly enjoying what I've played of it so far. Yeah, I do get to bolt to prevent them from bringing back Flamewake Phoenix, which is nice. Believe it or not, Delver flips 1/3 of the time with 20 things for it. Believe it or not, it flips 1/3 of the time. Countdown to my sword day begins now. Greekachi, thank you for the 5-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Well, they took 3 spells with a Burning Inquiry and left us with basically nothing, so feels bad, man. Alright, they don't have another threat. That's good for us. Ooh, that's a good one, yeah. That's a real good one. No, because there was a chance they attacked it with it, and then I got to block it. What's the name of the Warhammer app? So the Warhammer app's actually in closed beta, and they're actually testing for Android and iOS first. They're supposed to be in open beta next month, I think. So you can buy physical paper cards now, but you can't just download and install the app just yet. You can download the app, but you just can't play games in it yet. You can only scan cards. So... Deal. And Kenji, keep in mind there that, You should not be talking about the app because there's an NDA for that. You can talk about the game because the paper game's released and the gameplay itself is really good. Yes, Soul-Scar Mage Staticaster is kind of absurd. Just like low-key very good. Maybe not even low-key, just like obnoxiously very good. Very, very loudly very good. What is in their hand? They discarded a hollowed one on that Faithless Looting. So they have a Gurmag Angler here. They have a Fatal Push. Okay, that makes sense. Then they have like Delve Threat into Flamewake here. Has to be Delve Threat into Flamewake, right? Or just another hollowed one? Sure. Alright, so any removal spell is great here for us. We are in, and like, you know, they took 3 spells away with the Burning Inquiry this game. Sweet. Yeah, this is... And they have no cards, and we're winning the race. But we were in a similar position last game, and it kind of spiraled on us. I am considering doing that, Big Mama. So I have Inkling Customs is doing me a new logo and stuff. That's Hooglandia themed. And then I'm going to be having someone do alerts based on that. Why are they flashing back Faithless Looting? It just mills to you. Opponent said GG's, good games opponent. They're not dead on board, but they're close enough. All right, sweet. Well, we hit the 5-0. Got the Hawaii 5-0. I don't know that I would make any changes. I don't know that I would make any changes. Yeah. Check it, C. Wreck it, C. I would recommend playing this card for card. I don't like, the core of this is still very similar. Basically, if we can just have a kind of concise wrap up, we cut 2 lands and 2 3-drop creatures for 4 Soul-Scar Mages, which gives us a little bit more aggressive stuff. 5-0, put it at landfall. Pay the Soul-Scar Mages their overtime wages. Thank you, Pun Count, for the absurd support this evening. Yeah, it might be right to go for Nimble Obstructionist. Honestly, it probably is. Just because, like, I like this card more. Gotta send me to the next event with this deck. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I think the Invitational, hopefully Standard is good, and then I'll just go to the Invitational in December if Standard is good. All right, it's 10:30, so I don't want to spend too much time. That was sweet, but I don't want to spend too much time focusing on just that because we got one